Hello, I'm Lucy. I'm really happy you're joining me today. I'm making arroz con gandules. This is yellow rice made with pork and pigeon peas, a very traditional dish to be served during the holidays and Christmas season throughout the island of Puerto Rico. Please join me in my kitchen to make this delicious dish, arroz con gandules. And this recipe will require 4 cups or 740 grams of short grain rice, 2 pounds or 907 grams of pork cut in chunks and seasoned with salt and black pepper. I'm going to be using 2 cans of 15 ounces or 425 grams each of pigeon peas already cooked, and I'm going to be using the water as well. 1 green plantain and a piece of banana leaf, and this is optional. If you cannot find the leaf, that's fine, and if you cannot find the plantain, that's fine also. Nothing will happen. I want to show you the difference between the green plantain and the banana. The green plantain is much bigger. Two cups or 450 milliliters of beef broth. I'm going to be using about 8 to 10 mini sweet peppers. And they come in different colors also. They come in green, red, orange or yellow. 1 can of 8 ounces or 240 milliliters of tomato sauce. 6 to 8 garlic cloves. 1/4 of a cup or 56 grams of romero leaves, and this is optional. 8 to 10 culantro leaves, and this is the long leaf. Every Puerto Rican sofrito must have the taste of culantro, and this is cilantro. I have about 1/2 of a cup of cilantro, and it's optional. About 1/2 of a bell pepper. I'm using the orange pepper, but you can use the red or the yellow. 1/2 of a long green pepper. I believe this pepper is called cubanero. 1/2 of a cup or 118 milliliters of olive oil. And salt and pepper to my taste. I'm also using in this recipe 1/4 of a cup or 42 grams of annatto seeds. I'm going to be boiling these seeds in 1/4 of a cup or 59 milliliters of vegetable oil. And if you don't have annatto or you cannot find it, that's okay, nothing will happen. You can continue with your recipe. And of course, I cannot forget 1 large diced onion. I'm going to be peeling the plantain and making it into a paste in the blender. The plantain will give a very distinctive Puerto Rican taste to this rice. You will be surprised the flavor that it brings up to the rice. I'm going to be cutting it into pieces. Then I'm going to put it in the blender cup with a little bit of olive oil. As you can see, it forms a paste. I'm going to be doing the same thing with all of the herbs and spices with the exception of the onion. I'm putting in the blender the mini sweet peppers with the olive oil and the garlic, the culantro, the cilantro, everything together. This will make my sofrito, which I have about 1 cup of sofrito. I'm boiling the annatto in the vegetable oil, and this will make a very bright, very beautiful red color oil. We don't use the annatto oil as much as we used to use it when I was growing up. My father still have a tree in the backyard. In my Dutch oven or caldero, I'm placing a little bit of oil to fry the chunks of pork. And I'm going to fry them until they're golden brown. When the pork is completely cooked, then I add the onions to saute in the same oil. After the onions, then I add the sofrito ingredients. I mix well all the ingredients together. Before I add the tomato sauce. Always mixing well the ingredients together. While cooking, I'm adding the pigeon peas. Also adding the annatto oil. The annatto oil will give a distinctive yellow color to the rice. I'm adding the beef broth, which are 2 cups, and I'm adding 2 cups of water. The water is yellow because I just rinsed with the water the rest of the sofrito that was left over in the cup. Now I'm adding the green plantain paste. I will make sure the plantain is really mixed well together with all of the other ingredients without leaving any lumps. I'm adding salt and pepper. Just make sure you taste before you add salt, and I'm going to let it boil for 2 to 3 minutes before adding the rice. Add the rice and then lower the temperature to medium and let the rice absorb the liquid. Once all the liquid is absorbed by the rice, then I lower the temperature to low or simmer. Stir really good. And then I'm going to cover with the banana leaf or the plantain leaf, whichever is used. Put the lid on the Dutch oven and let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes before you stir again. Then I'm going to cover again and let it finish cooking for about an additional 20 minutes. The result is an amazing tasting rice. I hope you like this recipe and that you subscribe to see more. I hope to see you next time.